Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Why does Traore seem to be such a threat to the West? I know that's a rhetorical question, but really we need to ask why. When a leader is trying to do right by his country, by his people, for the future of Africa, why can't the West stand this? Isn't it for the betterment of the nation, for the country, for the continent? Now, we already know what history says. I don't need to go over it over and over again. And we've seen the tumultuous relationship between the West and Africa. I came across this YouTube video that struck me. This man spoke about Traore's three crimes against the West. And I thought to explore these thoughts. Let's take a look at the video.
These are the three reasons they want to remove him by all means necessary. And by the way, when I say they, I mean France, backed by the US government. He has set a precedent that many Francophone countries are following. And beyond that, it is giving life to countries in different parts of the world to emulate. He removed a puppet president from office. This was his second crime. He closed down all the French military bases in Burkina Faso and sent their soldiers back home. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, he changed the percentage of equity the Burkina government had in the mining companies in Burkina Faso. These are his three unpardonable crimes he has committed against France's interest in West Africa. And for those reasons, they are doing everything to remove him, including involving the US government to assist.
Let's explore those crimes. Crime number one, that Traore removed a puppet president. You know, Traore came into power through a popular uprising. The previous government had long-term been accused of being too aligned with foreign interests and disconnected from the needs of the people. And so Traore took over through a coup to reclaim Burkina Faso's autonomy, of which his people have been in support of. He said time and time again that leadership is about service, not self-preservation, and that alone is radical, where leadership is often about power and control. His second crime, he sent out French troops and cut ties with France. Not only that, he removed French as the official language in Burkina Faso. Just think about it. A country that has been colonized and influenced by France for so long suddenly decided to say enough is enough. We are reclaiming our identity, we are reclaiming our culture, and we are reclaiming our sovereignty. That's exactly what he did. And that's not just symbolic, it's powerful. And of course, it shook France to the bones because it sets a precedent for other African countries to follow suit. Now, what was his third crime? He renegotiated mining contracts, and not just a little tweaking. He made sure Burkina Faso was getting a fairer share of its own resources, which makes a lot of sense. The gold, the minerals, it's not just flowing out with nothing to show for it anymore. He nationalized their natural resources. And you know what? I said this in another video, Burkina Faso is rich in gold. But for years, the wealth from that gold hasn't reached the people. It's gone straight into the hands of foreign corporations and foreign powers, those power brokers, right? He nationalized two major gold mines. He halted the export of unrefined gold to Europe, and he commissioned a national gold refinery that will now process 150 tons of gold annually. What a brilliant development. Now that means more local jobs, more value kept within the country, and more control over what belongs to them. How brilliant is that? That refinery is a symbol, one that says we will no longer be raw material suppliers to the world while our people stay poor. We need more. We demand more. Now let me throw in a fourth crime. He's shifting Africa's identity and consciousness. This might be the biggest one here. Traore is doing more than just politics. He's shifting mindsets. He's reawakening continental pride, the African pride. He's encouraging young people to take ownership of their land, ownership of their culture, of their future. And young people are rising in response to that. He's vocal about reclaiming Africa's dignity, about not being at the mercy of world powers who only show up when there's something to take and keep taking from Africa. This ideological shift, that's powerful because it's not just about Burkina Faso, right? Other African nations are watching. And if it works, if this actually works, if Burkina Faso thrives under Traore's model, it threatens the very foundation of global economic control. No wonder why the West is pushing back. If these are the so-called crimes that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is accused of, reclaiming national sovereignty, defending interests of his people, and challenging exploitative foreign control, then I am certain that he wears the label criminal with pride. Traore's loyalty has never been to foreign powers, but to the people of Burkina Faso, the people of Africa. He has chosen the path of true leadership, even if it unsettles the West and threatens their entrenched interests. To him, the only judgment that actually matters is that of his own people, and he will continue to act in their best interest, no matter who feels offended. He doesn't care. He's a very dogged leader. That being said, what other crimes do you think Traoré has committed against the West that makes them feel threatened? Please drop it in the comment section and drop your flags. Let's know where you're commenting from. And for those of you who will come at me for using the word criminal, I hope you understand what sarcasm is. I just thought to say that. Thank you so much for watching. Drop your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It is the African Diaspora News Channel. My name is Ify Igwe reporting from Nigeria. See you on the next story.